Our celebrity guest is an amazing singer that has captivated audiences with her powerful voice and emotive performances. Please help me welcome Irene Louise van Wyk.
Hi.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you today?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am so happy. You are wearing pink. It is one of my favorite colors, and I feel like you've just brought this vibrant energy in here.
Oh, well, that's exactly what I want. This is my happy color, so if it makes other people happy, then I'm good.
It is doing the trick. It is so lovely having you in studio. I have to absolutely start by asking you, how did you get into the singing career space?
So I was very, very lucky. I grew up in the music industry. So my father was a music promoter. So he brought up a lot of South African singers, and I got to grow up with all of these incredible artists. And my mother was a singer. So for me, I think it's always been on my cards. But I started working for my father in his company. He was managing artists and stuff, so I was doing the same. And then we got a motivational speaker in called Leandi Dirant. And I started touring with her, and I just started doing a lot of shows with her. And I always knew that I wanted to sing. But I was lucky enough to kind of get a head start with my father.
Yeah.
But it was definitely, I think, harder to stay where I am because of my dad, because everyone thinks that I kind of got to where I am because of my dad. But I've had to actually work a little bit harder because of it.
Understandably so, and I mean, it is reflected in your career. You can tell when somebody lives music, and it's quite evident that it's something that you've been wanting to do for a long time and not
100%.
just a plan B.
100%. A lot of people ask me, like, you know, did you want to be anything? It's always been singing for me. It's always been singing, entertaining, performing. It's just always been that for me.
It's beautiful. And I mean, it's quite clear that you're following in your mother's footsteps. You mentioned that you're managed by your father. It's tightly woven the family. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, has that had an impact on the way that your career has, the direction rather that it's...
Oh, for sure. My father makes sure that I keep my feet flat on the ground.
Yeah.
No, he definitely, I think it's a very different dynamic having a manager that's not only a manager, but your father as well. We do clash quite a bit because
I can imagine. It's
family, and we do have a lot of different opinions, but he does keep me very grounded, and he does keep me very, very, very humble, that I can definitely assure you. And I do a lot of my own admin and stuff, so that's also really helped me to stay grounded and stay humble and stuff. But it's definitely had an impact as I've seen all the other people that he's helped before. He's helped a lot of people that have rised.
Yes.
And then gone down really quickly because of ego, because of them getting sucked into the music industry. So because it's so easy to just get sucked into all of
Absolutely.
all of the pressure and the influences and everything. So it's definitely built my career, definitely made me stronger, and definitely made me very humble.
And how about your mother's legacy? Has that had any impact on, firstly, your decision to continue with this career, or where you do want to take it?
Oh, for sure. I think everything that I do is in memory of my mom, and every time I get acknowledged for something, I always do acknowledge her as well, because it is such an honor for me to be able to do that's all that she wanted to do. She just wanted to sing. It doesn't matter if it was for 5 rand, in front of 2 people, in front of 5 people, in front of 1,000. That's all she ever wanted to do. She just wanted to sing. So for me to be able to not only live my dream, but to be able to carry on living my mother's dream and living on in her legacy is just it's an absolute honor. And for me, having people come to my shows that are like, oh, my mother used to love your music and now I love your music, or they still listen to me, or they listen to my music and they listen to my... It's a blessing. It's an absolute honor.
It is so beautiful, because it feels like your family has this entire narrative of we do what we love and we show people how much we love it. Now, I have to jump onto this. I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually a dietitian outside of this profession.
Okay.
And I heard that you lost 20 kgs in 5 months.
Yes, I did.
How did that happen?
So I am someone that has struggled with my weight my whole life. And not only have I struggled with my weight, but I have done so on a public platform.
It's difficult to do that.
So for anyone that has struggled with their weight already knows that it is a massive struggle. It is just it is such a struggle. But to do that on a public platform and kind of being on these diets and yo-yoing and, okay, then you've lost weight, then you've picked it up, then you've lost weight, then you've picked it up, and then you go on a TV show where you lose weight and then you pick it up again, and it's just like everyone's just, oh, she's on another diet. Oh, she's on another journey.
Again.
She's on another journey. And then, so I have struggled for as long as I can remember with my weight. I've been on every kind of diet. I have been on every kind of gym program, pill, injection. I've been on all of that. And I eventually found something that really works for me. It is a medication that does help me. So it kind of changed my whole way of thinking about food, because it completely took away the food noise. Now, anyone that has struggled with their weight knows, I don't even have to explain what food noise is. If you've struggled with your weight, you know exactly what food noise is.
Yes.
And it's completely taken the food noise away. And as soon as that went away, it just helped everything else. Because for me, food was kind of like, okay, when do I eat again? Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that. Maybe I should eat that. When am I going to eat again? I shouldn't have eaten that. Maybe I should eat less. Maybe I should eat more. I've eaten more, now I should eat less. Now I've eaten less, now maybe I should eat. It's literally like a constant thing. And as soon as that's just gone, everything changes. So I have used something to help me, because I've literally struggled my whole life. I've done the droë hoenderborsies and the sly and the gymming until you can't walk for 5 weeks. I've done all of that, and I've gotten something to just kind of help me a little bit, which has completely changed my life.
And I'm so glad that we did touch up on it, because you're on an industry where you are constantly being looked at.
100%.
How do you deal with that imposter syndrome that could possibly come on, or that anxiety that you get just from knowing that everything that you do is actually seen in the public eye?
Oh, it's really stressful. It's
can
really
imagine.
stressful. It's like you have to think about every move you're going to make, and you get so caught up about it that you sometimes just forget to just be you. And it's actually so ironic, because my biggest quote that I live by is "You do you, boo." I even have it tattooed. I feel like it's the biggest thing. Like, you do you, boo. If you do something, it shouldn't matter what other people think. It's if it makes you happy. And that's something that I actually try and teach my daughter as well. Is sometimes she gets quite upset if a friend doesn't like a dress or whatever. It shouldn't matter what the other people think about your dress. If you like it, then that's all that matters. But you are so caught up in, I like this, but what if I post it and other people don't like it? So it's so difficult not to be caught up in that. So the pressure is definitely there by not be what everyone else expects you to be.
You've also kind of had the privilege of growing up in the space and seeing it happen to other people, but handling it well as yourself, not in your capacity as a musician only, but as a mother as well. You're forging such incredible skills for your daughter.
Thank you.
Thank you for having this conversation.
Yeah, of course.
What an incredible woman that has made her dreams come true with passion and hard work. Stay tuned, because after the break, she performs her new hit single, Jan Asseblief.